Hello, everybody. I'm here to talk to you about an overview on how to write and publish a study protocol, sponsored by Mars. And I'm thankful for being here today. And it will be a short overview about the whole process of how to write and publish a study protocol. Let's start. Our objectives include what is a study protocol, the importance of study protocol, how to write a study protocol, and what about statistical analysis, proofreading, and editing? Writing and publishing a study protocol requires careful planning, attention to detail, and adherence to guidelines and requirements. Following the following following the following steps outlined in this presentation, authors can increase the chances of their study protocol being accepted for publication in a reputable journal. Remember, seek guidance and feedback from your colleagues and your mentors throughout the whole process. What is a study protocol? It is a detailed plan outlining the methodology, objectives, and outcomes of a research study. It guides the conduct of the study and helps ensure its validity and ethical soundness. Protocol also be used to secure funding and obtain ethical approval and facilitate publication of study results. What is the importance of study protocol? Study protocol helps to provide bias, to avoid bias and confounding variables in study design. It facilitates peer review and publication of study results, and it provides transparency and accountability in research conduct. Steps in writing a study protocol starts by developing a research question or hypothesis, then conduct a literature review to identify the gaps in knowledge for this point or for this hypothesis, design a study design, which is the true methodology, including PICO, population, intervention, exposure, outcome, and comparison, and statistical analysis. Also, determine ethical consideration and obtain necessary approvals. Also, writing study protocol step. Main step is how to write it include clear, concise knowledge in the following items through abstract, introduction, methods, and expected results. It starts by title page, abstract, introduction including background and rationale, objectives and research question, hypothesis, methods, what is your study design, and what is your calculated sample size, what is the population, and what is the intervention or exposure, also what is the outcome measure you will use, and what is the comparator, and what statistical analysis would be used for your data. Also, ethical considerations, informed consent, risk-benefit assessments, and data confidentiality, and also what is your expected result. Here are few tips for writing a study protocol. First, follow a guideline and follow guidelines and formatting requirements of the target journal. Also, consider using reporting guidelines, and this is the most important tip I may offer. You can use a to spirit spirit reporting guideline, and following its items, you will ensure completeness and transparency for your protocol. Also, you need to use clear, concise, scientific knowledge, scientific language, and use tables and figures to present complex data and results. To write your introduction, you need to provide background information on the topic and its significance and the knowledge gap. Also discuss any relevant literature supports the need for your study. Clearly state the research question and objectives of the study. Methods and materials. You need to describe study design, including type of study, sample size calculation, and inclusion and exclusion criteria. And you have to detail the procedure for data collection and analysis. Also, outline any equipment or materials required for your study. For ethical consideration, discuss any potential risks or benefits to study participants. Explain the informed consent process and how it will be obtained. Also, you need to provide information on how participant confidentiality will be protected. You have to mention any details about any necessary ethical approvals obtained for these studies. For statistical analysis, you need to outline the statistical methods which will be used to analyze your data. Also, explain the sample size calculation and justification. Outline any assumptions made in the analysis. For your expected results, you have to discuss the expected results and their significance, and outline any potential limitations or challenges in obtaining these results. Also provide details on how the results will be reported and disseminated. To write conclusion and discussion, you need to summarize the study's objectives, methods, and expected outcomes, discuss the potential implications of the study's results, address any limitations or challenges in the study design and data analysis. Also, you have to suggest avenues for future research. About writing references, you need to list all sources cited in the study protocol in a standard referencing format. Also, you have to ensure that all references are up to date and relevant to the study and follow the guidelines for author for the journal you wish to publish in. Proofreading and editing, you have to thoroughly proofread and edit the study protocol to ensure accuracy and clarity. You also need to consider using software tools, check spelling and grammatical error. Also, you need to have another opinion from your colleagues or your mentor through the writing process of your protocol to provide their feedback. Before submission to the journal, you need to prepare a cover letter outlining the study significance and contribution, and you need to follow the journal submission guidelines and requirements mentioned in their site. Also, you need that the study protocol be submitted for review by the journal's editorial team and peer reviewer. That's the final step, and you have to address any feedback or revision requested by the journal. Preparing the manuscript for submission include first, follow the target journal's guidelines for manuscript formatting and structure. Include all required elements such as an abstract and references. Provide all necessary supplementary materials such as tables and figures. Ensure all ethical considerations such as informed consent and are adequately addressed. Peer review process for study protocol. The peer review process for study protocols is similar to that of full manuscripts. Reviewers evaluate the scientific soundness, ethical consideration, and feasibility of the study design. Reviewers may also suggest improvements or clarification to the protocol document. When responding to peer review comments, you have to address all reviewer comments and suggestions in a point-by-point response. Also, you need to provide a clear and detailed explanation for any changes made to the protocol. Also, revise the manuscript as necessary and resubmit for further review. Publishing a study protocol. When you publish your study protocol, this increases transparency and accountability in research conduct. It facilitates replication and validation of study findings. Also, it enhances credibility and reproducibility of study results. can lead the future collaborations and funding opportunities. How to select a journal for protocol submission? First, you need to choose a journal that aligns with the study topic and methodology. Also, you need to consider the journal's scope, readership, and impact factors. Review the journal's submission guidelines and formatting requirements. There are many types of journals for study protocols publication. Journals that publish a study protocol may include general medical journals, specialty journals, and open access journals. Examples: BMJ Open and Plus One. To select the appropriate journal, you have to consider the scope and focus of the journal to ensure it aligns with your research. Look at the types of articles published and their format. Check the journal's impact factor and reputation within the field. Also, review the submission guidelines and requirements for study protocols, and you have to contact the journal's editorial office for further guidance if needed. And thank you. There will be more and more lectures, detailed lectures about each step will be published on Mars YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us and hope uh, to thank you for listening. Goodbye.